Now it happened, when David and his men came to Ziklag on the third day, that the Amalekites had invaded the south and Ziklag, attacked Ziklag and burned it with fire, and had taken captive the women and those who were there, from small to great. They did not kill anyone, but carried them away and went their way. So David and his men came to the city, and there it was. So David and his men came to the city, and there it was, burned with fire, and their wives, their sons, and their daughters had been taken captive. Then David and the people who were with him lifted up their voices and wept until they had no more power to weep. And David's two wives, Ahinoam, Noam, the Jezreelitess, and Abigail, the widow of Nabal, the Carmelite, had been taken captive. Now David was greatly distressed from the people, for the people spoke of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and his daughters. But David strengthened himself in the Lord his God. Verse 7, Then David said to Abiathar the priest, Ahimelech's sons, Please bring the ephod here to me. And Abiathar brought the ephod to David. So David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I pursue this troop? Shall I overtake them? And he answered him, Pursue, for you shall surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. 9 and final. So David went, he and the 600 men who were with him, and they came to the brook Besor, where those stayed who were left behind. This is God's holy word. We honor it by saying, Thanks be to God.
That's a very interesting scripture, very suitable for this time of our lives, where David had reached a point in his life where he was very discouraged, and he was staying at the city. It was about 50 miles from Ziklag. So if you heard the scripture, it took him about 3 days to get back to the city. And when he went back to the city with his troop, they were very disappointed and discouraged because the city was burnt down in verse 4. And not only that, David had lost his wife, he had lost his children, and his troop, they had lost their wives and their children also. So it was a situation where things were very, very difficult, just we're facing right now. So David inquired of the Lord whether he should pursue. And I believe that's what the church is doing right now. Your church, my church, we're inquiring of God what we should do, because we have seen where COVID, it has taken our choirs, COVID has taken our men's group, it has taken our ladies group, it has taken our youth groups, and for months the church was closed down. But thanks be unto God that the church now, we've started to make a comeback. We're going to pray, and we're going to pursue, and we're going to recover all the beautiful stuff that was taken from the church, the beautiful choirs and the beautiful leaders in our church. And some people died of COVID, which is a very sad situation. Very sad situation, so many people died. But God is telling the church, let us pursue, because we surely shall be victorious. And as we started our youth group, what was? It started in May, right, of this year. A lot of good things have happened. The dance group has done very, very well, and we're proud of the dance group of leaders right here. And the Friday night program, like people like you came out and you worked in the different ministries, you counsel, you pray with them, you watch them. And Sister Arlene and all those persons who worked in the food department, you all did a splendid job. So we're thankful for you, and I'm sure other churches are saying the same thing. Thank you. Thank you, counselors, because your work will not be in vain. And from your work, in Ephesians 4, verse 11 and 12, it says that God has provided, or Jesus Christ has provided for the church, right? Great leaders, apostles, and what remember the scripture? Verse 11 is apostles and, no one remember the scriptures? Apostles and prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers of the gospel. So we're expecting as we work with our young people that Ephesians chapter 4 verse 11 and even verse 12 is going to come to pass for the equipping of the saints. And that's what we're trying to do, in our youth department, and your church in your youth department. That's what you're trying to do, equipping of these young people, so that in time to come we're going to see missionaries coming out of the youth department of various churches. We're going to see workers of miracles coming out. We're going to see all different persons willing to serve the Lord and taking up a position in the church so that God's work will grow. I'm going to show you a very short video now of our youth department. Thank you.
So you're going to try so you can hit those balls down. Roll it. Bowling. No,
Two times per person.
No, one. Look.
You have no part to do, okay?
Let's go!
Wow.
If you eat all the pins down, that's fine.
That's impossible!
Roll it.
Yes!
Alright, let's see. Alright.
I'm bad at it.
Go to the back. Go to the back.
Stand here. I can't. Bro!
Let's see. All right, that's a no throw. He stepped over the paper. That's a no throw. Next person. I told you don't step over the paper. No, 0 for that. 0. You can't step over the paper. You have to step on it or behind it. So if you want to push the bench back a little bit, yes? Or push it over to the side. Hey guys, get up. Let's go, Warriors. All right, let's go, yeah. 4, none, 0 again for them. So Celtics, let's go. 2 for the Celtics. Good job. Naomi threw already, right? No. The next person's Anaya. Come, let's go. Anaya, come, let's go. Right, that's how we do it. So. Whoa! All right. Let's find out what long suffering is first. Who know what long suffering is? Anna? Another one for patience, right? Good. All right, so long suffering. Peace. Yeah, what is peace? Yes? All right. Joseph, help your sister.
This is where you are good to the other person. So like, AJ right now, he's very peaceful. I think so.
You would move to your respective sides, and then you look here what's into the center to make the line. And then you would do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Yeah, good job, guys. Everybody's mommies are here. You would move to your respective sides, and then you look here what's into the center to make the line. And then you would do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Yeah, good job, guys. Everybody's mommies are here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, jump. Perfect. Good. Who started? Okay. It was Hannah. Actually, it was yeah,
You stand up. I got this. Don't tell me about to get broken. Please, God.
That's an air ball. You're watching the young people at the Bodden Church of God having a good time on a Friday night. Some are inside the church. Quite a number of them are in the church. Wow, look at that play.
Spirit, right? You can read it. Go ahead.
Highly motivated, truly dedicated, rough, tough, can't get enough, praise God.
Woo! All right, give me my clap, give me my clap. Naomi, your turn. Come, Naomi, come. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, you can stay right there if you want. You can see from there. Thank you. No, you look so motivated. Come on, come on. Highly motivated, truly dedicated, rough, tough, can't get enough, praise God. All right, yeah, let's go.
Highly motivated, truly dedicated, rough, tough, can't get enough, praise God.
Well, all right, thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Sister Alex, come on. All right, Katie, come on, let's go. Okay, let's go. Come on. Use the microphone. Camera. Go ahead.
Highly motivated, truly dedicated, rough, tough, can't get enough. Praise God.
All right. All right, everybody stand to your feet. We're going to say it all together. We're doing 3 chants of it, 3 chants, and then we go into the children of God. All right, after 2, 1, 2, here we go. Highly motivated, truly dedicated, rock, tough, can't get enough, praise God. One more time. All right, here we go. One more time. Ready? highly motivated, truly dedicated, rough, tough, can't get enough. Praise God! Alright, for the final time, let's go. One more time, let's go. Ready, everyone? Highly motivated, truly dedicated, rough, tough, can't get enough. Praise God! Alright, keep standing.
This is the on 11 at the Church of God in Bodden Town. We're doing a Bible study on patience.
Let's get those popping. Get them popping.
These guys are out. They're out.
Okay, two. Alright, you want me to look like you want me to start person in the bottom corner? Look, see some sharp edges. Oh my God! Oh shit! Hey, your laces, you should either take off the shoes or tie your laces.
They're trying to burst for the balloon. Okay, they're trying to burst each of the balloons.
Hey, you're going over your class. You're going over the class. This is the children's section. That's where you go. Stay with the
You get it. Well, it's that area. I don't know. You maybe hit it anyway.